like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Welcome, everybody, to the 5051 movement. Woo! All right, everybody. We want you to be loud. We want you to be proud. We want you to tell this regime to go to hell. So we have a lot going on today. We're going to try to keep it as organized as we can. My name is Lauren. I am from just a concerned citizen here in Rhode Island. I'm one of the organizers for 5051 Rhode Island. And again, we are going to rely on you guys to help us today to keep watch out for your fellow citizens. Everybody here, we're here for a peaceful protest. We want to make sure that we keep each other safe. And we definitely don't want to play into the rhetoric of this ridiculous regime. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, so what's going to happen today is we are going to have a few speakers before we march. All right, there's a couple of people that I'm going to introduce, maybe about 4 speakers. Then we're going to march. The route is going to be straight down that road behind you. We're going to circle around Kennedy Plaza, and then we're going to come back up here and meet at the State House again, right here on the lawn, where we're going to have 2 more speakers to close it out. Okay. I also want to bring your attention to the back of the audience. There is right next to the cat there. And if everybody could do me a favor, please, 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 just don't touch their equipment and stay away from their equipment. These guys are hard at work trying to get stuff done, and we don't want to impede on them in any way, shape, or form, okay? So please just stay away from them. But in front of them, we have a little art project going on. So 5051 is going to have a lot of stuff coming up. All right, we're going to be doing a lot of community outreach. We're going to be doing a lot of protesting, but those protests are going to look a little different. We are going to do big stuff like this, but we also are going to do smaller things that, we're going to need help with. And one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to do drop signs. So over overpasses, off of parking garages. I'm sorry, I have ADD, so I lose my words sometimes. And it's just, one of the signs we're going to have is we're going to start using these events to create those signs. So the art project is, you are going to go over to the table, you're going to dip your hands in paint, and you're going to put it up on the cloth. And then at a later date, we're going to add a slogan to it, and we're going to use that around the state to protest all of the crap that's going on. Okay? All right. Yes, yes, yes. So let me see how loud you guys can get. On the count of 3, we are going to say, impeach Trump. Are we ready? Clear your throats. Take a sip of water, because I want to hear you people get loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Impeach Trump! Because guess what? We got to get this regime out of here. They don't care about any single one of you people out here in this audience. They care only for their billionaire friends and what they can gain for themselves. Make no mistake. They don't care about any of us. They just want to make money. We are expendable to them. They don't care if we live or die. All they want is your money, and they're trying to steal it from you, and they're trying to make you hate your neighbors because of the color of their skin and from where they came from. This is the land of the free. Don't forget it. The land of the free! All right, so without we're going to have our friend Mike come up and do Mark. Oh, sorry, Mark, you're gonna sing. Mark is gonna come up and sing. I'm sorry, Mark, I don't know much about it. Here's Mark.
Hey, everybody, I'm Mark Binder. The Chinese have a curse. May you live in interesting times. These are definitely interesting times. To that, I say, we need good stories. For years, I have believed in the power of the words written on the back of each and every penny. E pluribus unum, from many, one. That is a good story. And we need good stories. Today we find ourselves at the mercy of a proto-tyrant determined to sow fear and chaos. He wants to manipulate our country to feed his ego and his bank account. Last time, we held our noses and survived. We believed in our democratic system of checks and balances. This time, he's better organized and has moved quickly to consolidate. It's easy to despair. He wants us to despair. He wants us divided. Black against white, rich against poor, Hispanic against Anglo, foreigner against citizen. To that, I say, we need good stories. Now more than ever, we need good stories. Now, I wrote a little song. Those of you who know me know I'm a good storyteller, but my singing needs help. If you have a phone, pull it out and go to bit.ly/Tronald song. I call him Tronald Dump. Not because he's Voldemort and we can't say his name, because Tronald Dump is humiliating and it would piss him off. So open your phones, go to bit.ly/Tronald song. The lyrics are there and I hope you'll join me. It's in the key of B flat for political reasons. This is the chorus. It'll come back a bunch of times. It goes like this. Tronald Dump's a fraud, a bully, a liar, a cheat, a petulant, petty, racist, rapist, dictator for you and me. He's wrecking government, firings left and right, breaking down our United States is truly his delight. He hates the LBGs and trans people too. If you're not rich or white or male, the odds are he hates you. Tronald Dump's a fraud, a bully, a liar, a cheat, a petulant, petty, racist, rapist, dictator for you and me. He's friends with Vladimir, Elon and Bezos too. If you're a multi-billionaire, he'll be your buddy too. He's deporting immigrants to make America great and purge the military top brass. So what will be our fate? Tronald Dump's a fraud, a bully, a liar, a cheat, a petulant, petty, racist, rapist, dictator for you and me. Tronald wants you scared, off-balanced and confused. The more you worry, the more you scurry, the more he is amused. When Hitler conquered France and incinerated the Jews, the USA came to save the day. This time I've got bad news. Tronald Dump's a fraud, a bully, a liar, a cheat, a petulant, petty, racist, rapist, dictator for you and me. I really want to hide or run away abroad as America the beautiful is destroyed by this old fraud. So what are we to do? How will we get by? We watch and wait and preparate and hope that we don't die. No, we watch and wait and preparate, then fight until we thrive. Say it with me. We watch and wait and preparate, then fight until we thrive. Thank you.
We say no to racist fear. Immigrants are welcome here. We say no to racist fear. Immigrants are welcome here. We say no to racist fear. Immigrants are welcome here. Woo!
I want to say thank you so much to Mike. That awesome song was so awesome. That was great. Thank you so much. All right, we got another speaker here. Mike from Providence General Assembly. Yes. All right, here we go, Mike.
Hello, my name is Mike King. I'm organizing with the Providence General Assembly. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing and a little bit, at least where I'm coming from within that group. So the Providence General Assembly is an independent political project geared towards confronting fascism and building a free society through grassroots organizing. The Providence General Assembly is comprised of several working groups that are engaged in immigrant solidarity, trans defense, defense of women's bodily autonomy, mutual aid efforts, tenant organizing and workplace organizing, anti-imperialist organizing, including efforts to locally divest from the genocidal apartheid state of Israel, as well as organizing that addresses the unhoused crisis here in the city. So it's a directly democratic formation, and you're all welcome to join. Thank you. Thanks. Sorry. So a lot of things are in question right now, and the PGA is trying to figure out how to provide some answers. You're all welcome to join. All too often, we put our faith in representatives that don't represent. We put trust in half measures that leave us 2 steps behind. All too often, we put faith in systems that were never built to serve us. We shrug off our own ability to make change. We stay in our various comfort zones. We watch the world get darker and then let that darkness cast a shadow over our own sense of political agency. That's why it's important that we're all here right now to say no to the things that we won't stand for. Are we gonna let Trump kidnap and deport anyone he labels a criminal or an enemy? Are we gonna be intimidated by vigilantes in or out of uniform? Are we gonna let Elon Musk gut every university and every useful government agency while they give their buddies another tax break? No. Right here in this city, are we gonna let Brett Smiley jack our taxes up and jack our rents up so they can hire more cops to harass homeless people across the street? No! We've been talking a lot about the things that we won't stand for, but what do we stand for? What are we willing to fight for? The economic system is faltering, on the verge of collapse. What remains of the bourgeois political system is crumbling. In this moment, we need a good offense that points towards a new world, more than we need a good defense to simply preserve what we've been living through. Today's lesser evil sounds a lot to me like yesterday's evil. For instance, the Harris 2024 DNC sounded a heck of a lot like the George W. RNC in 2004. And then after the election, after she lost, the DNC blaming wokeness, whatever the hell that is, right? And anti-apartheid protesters, pro-Palestinian protesters for why they lost. The future Democratic presidential candidate and Weimar Liberal of the Year, Gavin Newsom, has been spending his time yucking it up with Steve Bannon and with people like Charlie Kirk, if you know who that is. So things are pretty bleak all the way around. Question is, what are we gonna do about it? Are we gonna let Trump's ICE raids continue to terrorize immigrant communities? Are we gonna let Christian nationalists criminalize transgendered people? Can we stop these things alone on our computers? No! Are the Democrats going to be able to stop Trump? No! Are the small political groups that most of us belong to, or the cash-strapped nonprofits, going to be able to stop Trump by themselves? No! So what are we going to do?
We're going to come together! We're going to do it together!
Right on. So in the Providence General Assembly, our kind of what we're putting forward, we're trying to build that better system. Not just in what we're talking about, what we're doing, but in how we're doing it. Community-based, grassroots, directly democratic. It's not enough to be opposed to Trump's fascism or to capitalist imperialism that he's trying to refashion. We all know that we need and deserve a society founded on fulfilling our needs and upholding everybody's humanity. Yeah! I think everybody here wants a social order that is not rooted in exploitation, hierarchy, and violence. As we're staring down the barrel of something much worse than what we've had, it's clear that the world we want isn't going to just materialize itself. We have to envision a better collective future and work to build that future every day. We have to build a new society in the shell of the old. We have to pull more people into that process, into this process, and fight for that world, to fight for each other. Just speaking as one participant, the PGA is premised on the belief that we build the world that we want with our own hands. If you're interested, there are flyers that should be going around as we speak. We also have a website, providencegeneralassembly.org. We meet every other Saturday, open public meetings at Mathewson Street Church, which is 134 Mathewson in downtown Providence. Those meetings are every other Saturday from noon to 2. Next meeting is April 26th. So there's also flyers going around for the May Day event that we're kind of co-organizing with the Democratic Socialists of America and other groups. That will be on May 4th in Denigian Park, which is in Olneyville. There'll be food, speakers, salsa dancing, political tables, a ton of kid-friendly activities. Trump and Elon will be there in piñata form to take the beating they deserve. There actually may be duplicates. So please come out on May 4th. So I want to leave you with the words of Italian communist and anti-fascist Antonio Gramsci, written from one of Mussolini's prisons, speaking to the moment of ascendant fascism that he was living through, and it also speaks to the moment that we find ourselves in now. The quote is, "The old world is dying and the new world struggles to be born. Now is the time of monsters," unquote. Those monsters can be defeated, but it's going to take everything that we have. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you so much, Mike. And we cannot do this without each and every one of you getting involved in your communities, coming together for other people, maybe people that don't look like you. We have to get to know each other, and we have to take the stigma away from other cultures. We all need to come together. Like he said, the government is not going to change this for us. They want this. Because believe me, Democrats, Republicans alike, they are all benefiting from this. They all got money in that stock market, baby, and that crash benefited all of them. And don't think it didn't. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight! 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 That's your ass we're gonna fight! We're not gonna take this lying down. We got more people coming, but we want to keep the energy up here, guys. All right, we got Jen, a small business owner from Rhode Island, to talk about how these tariffs, these lovely tariffs, are sinking our economy. Jen?
There are days when I can't figure out what's pissing me off more: the actions of the current administration or the inaction of the people I'm surrounded by. We are all connected, folks. What happens to one of us happens to all of us. We either all have equal protections and rights in this country, or none of us do.
That's right. That's right.
Woo! For the past 16 years, I've run a small art-based business where I do the beautiful and necessary work of building community through creativity. This business has made it through some things: the absurdity of Trump's first term, a global pandemic, and a relocation from Massachusetts to Rhode Island. Did you know that most art supplies are imported from other places, like China? Trump's tariffs and his tax breaks for billionaires are a death sentence for small businesses like mine. Will my business make it through this? Only time will tell, I guess. Now, I could stand up here and talk justifiable shit about Trump and his morally bankrupt band of fools all day. His policies suck, the damage he's doing is irreparable, and it's hard to make it through a single day without feeling rage, heartbreak, disgust, or an unholy combination of all three. I don't know about you, but I don't make my best decisions when I'm chronically dealing with manufactured chaos. So I want to share the strategy I use to help me think big picture and stay rooted in integrity and moral courage. Hopefully after today, my strategy will become your strategy. What's the worst that could happen? And can I live with that? What's the worst that can happen? And can I live with that? These are two questions I've been asking myself every single day. Every time the felon-in-chief makes a new policy decision, I want you to also start asking yourself these questions. Don't take anything this administration says at face value. They lie like we breathe. Instead, dig deeper so you can figure out who is benefiting from their policies and who is being harmed. and then decide if that's something you can live with. Every time there's an atrocity, don't look away. I want you to get in the habit of asking yourself, what if? What if it was your spouse who got disappeared or sent to a concentration camp in another country? What if it was your child who died from a preventable disease or who could no longer access the services they need at school? What if it was your parent who lost their Social Security or who no longer had Medicare or Medicaid and couldn't afford their life-saving medication? What if it was your place of employment or your educational institution? Places like Jacksonville University that just terminated all arts and humanities programs. No warning, no reasoning, just because Trump wanted them to. The reality of what we're witnessing is that even one person without security, safety, and stability in the wealthiest country on earth is one too many. One unhoused individual is, say it with me, one too many. One woman without autonomy over her own body is how many? One too many. One trans person who's unable to freely live their truth is one too many. One student, asylum seeker, or American citizen who is kidnapped off the street and sent to a concentration camp without due process is one too many. One small business that has to shut its doors because of Trump's tariffs and tax breaks for his billionaire friends is one too many. One college campus that's being threatened and bullied by these fascists is one too many. One person that can't get the medical care they need because insurance companies prioritize profits over people is one too many. I don't give a shit what Elon Musk thinks. Empathy is like a muscle that gets stronger when you exercise it. And that's precisely what we need to be doing right now. Empathizing and resisting. Because only caring about our own human rights is exactly how we all lose them. White people, this is for you. They are unconstitutionally kidnapping brown people off the streets. We better rise up, start meeting the moment, and calling this what it is, a constitutional crisis. Because when the crisis eventually shows up on your doorstep, which it will, unless we keep fighting, what will you wish you had done differently? Don't wait until then. This is a group project, everybody, and we all need to jump in and do the work. Gen Z, a special plea for you. Where are you? I honestly can't think of anything more important than fighting for your own future. I want you to do this, even if it's scary, even if you'd rather be doing something else, even if you've never done anything like this before. Fascism is here, folks. This is not over-exaggeration or hyperbole. The best time to take Trump on was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. We need to take up more space, make more noise, and fight like hell for our democracy while we still can. If speaking out feels dangerous now, imagine how much worse if it's going to be if we stay silent. Thank you.
We want justice, you say how? Bring back Kilmore now! We want justice, you say how? Bring back Kilmore now! We want justice, you say how? Bring back Kilmore now! Money for jobs and education, not for war and deportation. Money for jobs and education, not for war and deportation. Money for jobs and education, not for war and deportation. Louder! Money for jobs and education, not for war and deportation. Woo! Peace, y'all. My name is Sajo, and I'm a proud organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We stand here today because we are fighting for democracy. We believe that democracy must come from the power of people. And Trump and the billionaires are currently doing everything in their power to crush the power of our people. Shame! Shame! Shame, 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 shame. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and the rest of the millionaires and billionaires running the administration are trying to destroy our most basic rights. They want to shred every public program that was created to serve the common good and help working people like you and I survive. And they're waging war on civil rights and free speech, using every tool in their arsenal to bully and intimidate their opponents into silence. Boo! We will not stand for that.
We will not stand.
And they're waging mass deportations that violate due process, the detention of Mahmoud Khalil, and a growing number of students who speak up for Palestine, and the racist anti-DEI witch hunt are just the tip of the iceberg. They want to bludgeon us back to the era before civil rights, before union rights, before every victory that the working class won through sweat, blood, and tears. We fought for those rights and we will not give them up. We will not give them up. These attacks are all meant to line their pockets. Take the attacks on Palestine. Trump continues to fund the genocidal war on Gaza because he wants to expel the people of Gaza and turn it into a real estate development. Boo! He wants to silence those who speak out against him because we stand in his way. They are bombarding us with the same tired propaganda, saying that those who speak against genocide are terrorists. But we need to be absolutely clear. Protesting against genocide is not a crime. Our historic solidarity in the struggle for Palestine has rattled the U.S. ruling class. Palestine is no longer a niche foreign policy issue. Instead, the people of the world now identify with Palestine. We must understand that Palestine is just the first wave of repression. If they can deport, detain, harass anyone who speaks out righteously against genocide, what is to stop them from coming after all of our rights one after another? If we truly want to say hands off our rights, then we also need to loudly declare, hands off Palestine!
Hands off Palestine!
Hands off Palestine! Hands off Palestine! Hands off Palestine! Hands off Palestine! Hands off Palestine! But we must acknowledge that these problems did not start with Trump. 250 years ago, this system was built for a tiny wealthy elite. The words "we the people" were penned by a group of white men who enslaved millions of my people in this very country. The oligarchy is not new. This country was founded by an oligarchy. And if a tiny handful of people still has the power to genocide Palestinians, to enslave, to bomb, to impoverish millions across the globe for the sole purpose of profit, that is not a democracy. Before Trump, Biden funded the genocide in Gaza. Before Trump, Democrats gutted the Build Back Better program, a desperately needed slate of social programs that would have benefited millions of working people. At the same time, they continued to give full support to war, destruction, and deportation. Democrats did not stop the assault on abortion rights. They did not stop the assault on abortion rights.
No, they did not. They are complacent.
And on trans rights, on voting rights.
They did not.
And now, as Trump escalates these attacks even further, they offer us no program but to vote them back into office. This country is at a breaking point. Things cannot go on this way forever. Trump wants us to be silent, to be afraid.
We will not be silent.
We will not be silent.
We will not be silent!
And the Democrats want us to wait for the next election, cast our ballots, and go home to watch our society literally crumble in front of our eyes.
Fuck the Republicans! Fuck the government!
But instead, we will build people power. We will fight in ever larger numbers, and our movement will only grow stronger until we can take down the regime of billionaires once and for all. We believe in the people. We love the people. And we know that it is us who can build a new society, a real democratic society, a society where billionaires do not exist, where we use the wealth that we, the workers, create to meet the needs of all people, regardless of migration status, regardless of skin color. If the people had power, we could immediately make housing a human right by turning the vast number of empty and underutilized buildings in this city into affordable homes and banning eviction and foreclosures. If the people have the power, we could make universal health care a right and abolish the insurance companies that literally make billions off of our sickness. Shame, shame. If the people had the power, we could make college tuition free at all public universities and cancel student debt. We, the people, could pay for the massive expansion of social environmental programs by slashing the $1 trillion war budget by 95%, abolishing NATO, and ending all U.S. funding to the Israeli genocide in Gaza. We, the people, could stop inflation and corporate greed by implementing a nationwide price freeze for essential goods. And we could guarantee a living wage by expanding union rights and protections to help workers break the power of their billionaire bosses. We, the people, are the ones who make everything in society. The wealthy would be nothing without us. Billionaires and democracy cannot exist. The only answer is to remove them from power, to take their stolen wealth and use it to meet our people's needs, to build a system by, of, and for the people. We must not cower in fear. We must not lose hope. We must organize, because that is the only way to transform this system. They repress us. They silence us because they are actually afraid of us. They know we can take their power away. Let's prove them right. Let's prove them right. Let's prove them right. Let's prove them right. If you believe in the people too, join a fighting organization, an organization with a real program to transform our future. We invite you to join the PSL and fight alongside us until we win liberation for all. Who got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. Who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Louder. Who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our speakers. So we're going to get ready to march, but I want to say one thing before we go. Take a look around you. Take a look at the people that are next to you. Take a look at how many media outlets are here. 0. There's 0 media outlets here. And let me just say something. Well, I'm sorry. I take that back. We have our local people, but no national news is here, are they? No. You know why? Because they don't want people to see us coming together. They want the nation to think that we are divided, but we are the people, and we come together in unity to fight. There are millions of people marching today around the United States of America. We are not alone. We are together. We are united. And we're going to march the streets of Providence right now, and we're going to show everybody how united we are. Please watch out for each other. We're leaving that way. We have one of our organizers. If you turn around, she's at the end of the gallery there, and we're going to follow down that street. Let's march and let's be loud.